You don't exist. Take a perk and a talk of that shit. Money swallowed like sis. Dead up perfect in the kid. Got a billion who sang on my head. Got a big better put on the road I just spent. I know we got $1 million. The devil that shit ain't not cheaper again.
Hello and welcome back, fellow anime lovers, to MangaMuse. I am delighted to have you join us once again in the world of fanfiction and fantasy. This is the first part of What If Naruto Enters dannyphantom verse. Special note, this fanfic is written in a masterpiece of pyrohelixdrago, KFB, Anime 87 and Spike Tanked Master 300. On FANFICTIONnet. Do check and support the authors too. Now smash the like, share and subscribe button for more. Also press the bell icon so that you never miss such great parts. Thanks for the introduction. Now let's dive into the world. I will protect your son. The Shinigami said to Minato and Kushina as they slowly died out as Kurama, the Nine-Tails young half went into Naruto. Why? Kushina asked, amazed the Shinigami could talk. You both have the most noble souls I have ever witnessed in this world. I shall take him to a world where he can do much, a world I visit in my spare time. Shinigami said as he materialized himself and picked up the infant. He will be safe, but like all lives he will face struggles, he said to them. Please just let him be happy, Minato asked him as he faded into the Shinigami's stomach, being trapped inside. I love you, Naruto, Kushina said as she couldn't muster any more strength to live. Such pure souls, and yours is pure. I hope you are ready, child. We need to see an old friend, Shinigami said, opening up a green spiraling portal and walked into it. You realize the observants won't like this, Clockwork said, keeping himself in his present form as he held an infant Naruto. Yeah, but they can't say no to me, now can they? Shinigami said as he was a force of nature much like Clockwork. This child is fascinating, Clockwork said, examining Naruto as if he were interesting. His future is constantly changing, marvelous, he said as he rarely had surprises in his life. Not surprising, Shinigami said as Naruto's soul was a bit recycled. This reminds me I need to train him, he said, wanting to teach Naruto the skills of a ninja. Are you sure him having your powers, let alone the power the blade gives you, a good thing? I won't give it to him, geez, Shinigami said to him, annoyed. This child has my power in him, if ever so slight. We just need to wait for this moment, he said as he stopped Clockwork's clock when a structure appeared in the ghost zone. This shall be an interesting timeline, Clockwork said as he smiled, seeing the infant blonde sleep. Care to join me in his training, old friend? Shinigami asked him. Till he is 5, Clockwork said to him. Don't want him remembering you? Shinigami asked him curiously as he trusted him, as he always played an angle that was for the betterment of time. Yes, Clockwork said to him simply. 5 years later. This is awesome, Naruto said as he ran through buildings. Easy, young one, be careful where you go, Shinigami said as Naruto was running. So when's Uncle Clockwork going to teach me how to rewind time like he does? Naruto said as Clockwork let him use his staff sometimes. Perhaps when you're older, you can do many, many things, my boy, Shinigami said as he was in a forgotten part of the ghost zone where Naruto was running freely as he was completely human, so no harm would come to him. Why can't I see other ghosts? Naruto asked him curiously. I'm very feared here, and I don't want you to be hurt because of it. But forget about that, let me teach you something your father knew, Shinigami said, taking out some balloons as with Minato inside him he had his knowledge and knew he'd want Naruto to learn his signature move. 11 years later. Here, Clockwork said, giving him documents that were 100% real. Uncle Clockwork, I don't want to leave you, Naruto said to him with some tears. I know, child, but it is your destiny. Don't forget you can come back anytime you want, Clockwork said to him, taking out a time medallion. What happened to 5, and that's it? Shinigami asked, seeing him raise a time medallion that shot a beam at Naruto. Took his memories, couldn't resist, could you? He asked him as Clockwork never kept his word for when Naruto was 5. It was the only way, old friend. You know that, Clockwork said to him. You know destiny changes always, Clockwork, near fear the future as we always shape it, Shinigami said as Clockwork opened a portal to Amity Park. Yes, I remember the rules. Perhaps you could say I cheated, Clockwork said, tossing Naruto over. He's set right, Shinigami asked him as he had Naruto steal some of Pariah Dark's treasure, which he converted to money in the real world for him. Yes, the game has been set. Now it is time for him to take his place in it, Clockwork said with a smirk. But what piece he is the real question Shinigami asked to no one in particular. Now where would be the fun in just knowing old friend, Clockwork said with a smirk. Be safe, Naruto, both spirits of nature thought as they put Naruto through the portal. Next day. This place seems all right, Naruto said as he bought a large loft that looked like a man cave one would expect someone his age to have, but it still looked somewhat professional. This bed you got me feels like heaven, Kurama said as he was a small fox kit with one tail. You look so cute, Naruto said as he scratched Kurama's chin. I am not right there, Kurama was saying, stopping himself as Naruto got his sweet spot and he began growing in satisfaction. Now behave, I gotta do this school crap, Naruto said as he was somehow enrolled in school. Well, I'll be there afterwards. Girls love cute animals, get you some points, Kurama said with a chuckle till he felt something around his neck. The fuck DD, you put a collar on me, he said angrily. It's so that way no animal catcher tries nabbing you. Pets have to have collars. It's a law, Naruto said to him. F this shit, why isn't it coming off? Kurama asked, clawing at it, then saw some seals on it. It's a perfect fit for you. If you keep it on, I'll give you a nice big steak, Naruto said to him, seeing him drool. I'm gonna walk around town later, he said to Kurama. I'll still be there after school. You better keep up on that steak, dude. Kurama yelled at him, wanting that steak. 8 hours of boredom later. Kurama sat on the sidewalk beside the doors of the school waiting for Naruto as he scratched his chin and yawns. Well, what's a cute thing like you doing out here? A girl's voice said, getting his attention. Kurama thought as he couldn't speak because he had to keep his cover as a normal animal. As he looked up to see a girl, a goth girl, she had very high C-cup melons, curvy body, and bubbly ass. You look so adorable, the goth said, petting him. Don't kill her, Kurama thought repeatedly as he didn't like strangers, but the girl was giving him a decent petting. He is, but he has a lot of fight in him, Naruto said as he smiled at the goth girl. Naruto Namikaze, he said, introducing himself. Sam Manson, Sam said, introducing herself. Maelstrom of wind? She asked, knowing some Japanese. Finally someone gets it right, Naruto said, hated the fishcake remark. Come on, Kurama, he said, holding out his hand, and when Kurama jumped on it, he brought the small fox to his shoulder. So he's yours? Sam asked him, making conversation. He prefers free spirit, Naruto said as Kurama nodded. Cool, anyway, I gotta go later, Naruto said as he was gonna be exploring the city. Sam had to admit her curiosity was piqued meeting the blonde. As Naruto was walking away, he was seeing a blonde jock hanging a teen by his underwear on a tree, and seeing it made him mad. Yo, jackass, he said, getting the blonde's attention. Who you talking to? Me? Do you have any idea who you're talking to, Pee-wee? The jock said, having a few inches on Naruto. No, and I don't care, Naruto said as Kurama was growling at him. Easy, Kurama, you don't know where he's been, he said, calming him down. Need a hand? He asked the teen in the tree. That would be nice, the boy said plainly. Hey, don't ignore me, and nobody talks back to Dash Baxter without getting a helping of knuckle sandwiches. Wow, you are such a cliché, I mean look at you, Naruto said with a chuckle. Yeah, check out these cannons, Dash said as he began flexing. No, I mean on how high school will probably be the only place in your life you actually enjoy yourself till after you somehow magically graduate and it's all downhill, Naruto said, making the boy in the tree laugh. And what's that supposed to mean? Whiskers? Dash asked, grabbing him by the hem of his shirt, and soon regretted it as Naruto put him in a hold. Touch me again, and I will have the right to defend myself, Naruto said. Ooh, I'm so scared, Dash said until he started wincing as Naruto was twisting his arm. Uncle, he said repeatedly until Naruto let him go. Hey, oh, easy man, I need that arm. I'm a part of the football team. Oh, uncle, he said as Naruto eased up until he started running his mouth. Get the hell out of here, Naruto said, tossing him to the side as he ran off and went to the boy in the tree. Hey, thanks man. But usually when someone stands up to Dash, he gets his friends. Oh sorry, the name's Tucker, Tucker Foley. Tucker said, trying to sound professional. Naruto Namikaze, did you say friends? Naruto said as he jumped on the branch and removed him from the tree. That moron actually has friends, he asked him. Well, they're part of the football team too, Tucker said to him. Is this the classic pyramid social structure shit? Naruto asked him curiously. Basically, there's your A-listers who got all the money and think they can do whatever. Then you have the bottom dwellers like me. Besides, if it ain't Dash bullying you, it's Paulina. She's hot but has a lot of stuck-up attitude, Tucker said. And they can just bully people like you all they want? Naruto asked him. Well, Dash basically has the teachers on his side. Sometimes I think they give people like them good grades because they have money and because they're on the football team. Starting to like this place less and less, Naruto said. Join the club, but the A-listers ain't all bad. Quan's a good guy, same with Star and Valerie. They just don't have enough guts to stand up to Dash and Paulina to say anything, I think, Tucker said as Quan was seen at the park a lot feeding birds and stuff, while Star clung to Paulina and Valerie slightly peeked a little. Well, nice to know not everyone falls for this pyramid BS, Naruto said to him. Yeah, well, words going around that Paulina's having a change of heart. Tucker said, not sure on if he should believe it or not. Well, nice meeting you, Tucker. You seem on the level. Call me if you want to hang out, Naruto said, writing his number on a piece of paper. Thanks, and cool fox dude, Tucker said, rubbing Kurama's head. Don't bite him, this kid needs friends, Kurama thought to himself as he hated acting like a common pet. Few minutes later. I swear not much to do in this town, Naruto thought as he didn't see much going on. He turned a corner and bumped into someone. I am so sorry, he said as he saw he bumped into a girl wearing a white gi. No problem, that corner gets everyone. Hey, you're the new kid at school, name's Valerie Gray, Valerie said as she had high E-cup melons, curvy body, plump ass, and nice legs. Yeah, you're one of the so-called A-listers I've heard about, Naruto said with a chuckle. Yeah, but don't believe everything you hear. Trust me, not all of us A-listers are like Dash, Valerie said as she enjoyed her friends' company despite the fact they gave way too much into stereotypes. That remains to be seen. This Gray, I see you're a black belt, Naruto said, seeing the color of the belt around her gi. You know martial arts? He asked, seeing her black belt. Yeah, trust me, this city ain't exactly the peaceful town it looks like. There's crooks everywhere. Girl's gotta defend herself, right? Valerie said, not wanting to be the damsel in distress. Nice. What degree? Third? Naruto asked her, seeing the gold stripes on the side. Yep, you know how to fight dojos around the corner, Valerie asked him challengingly. I've got some skills under my metaphorical belt, but I may go there sometime. How about now? Valerie asked him with a challenging look. Are you challenging me, Miss Gray? Naruto asked her. What do you think? Valerie asked him. Let's go. Any stakes if I win? Naruto asked her, curiously wondering if anything was at stake. I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead, Valerie said as they walked, then noticed the small creature on his shoulder. Awa. Who's this cute fluffball? She asked, having a soft spot for animals. Sometimes being small has its perks, Kurama thought, liking the attention. A little pain in the ass, Naruto said as Kurama smacked his paw into the side of his face. Aw, come on, he can't be that bad, Valerie said, picking him up. Careful, he doesn't like strangers, Naruto said as he watched Kurama actually not get angry or annoyed. Wow, you have a gift, he said as Kurama didn't like anyone. Thanks, I've always wanted a dog, but my dad always told me no, Valerie said as she always wanted to have an animal friend. Well, we're here ready, Naruto said as they walked in and went to the padded floor. Yeah, man, I remember this guard dog my dad had at his work. He was so adorable and I wanted him so bad, but he said no. Then, they put the guard dogs down, Valerie said as her dad's new security system he invented, which was being installed as they spoke, made the guard dogs obsolete. No offense, but best if I don't meet the person who awked that, Naruto said as he hated people who did that. Yeah, well, my dad tried to get his boss to change his mind. Didn't happen, Valerie said, glad her father didn't just sit down and let it happen. Your father sounds like a nice guy, Naruto said as he was happy her dad tried. So you ready to get your ass kicked? Valerie asked him as she took a stance. Was just about to ask you the same thing, sweetheart, Naruto said. Better not pull any of that chivalry crap, Valerie said to him as she hated when people did that in instances like this. Nah, I'm not that kinda guy, Naruto said with a smirk. I know sex doesn't make us any different, he said as he didn't care about things as meaningless as race or sex. Everyone was equal. Kurama just sat with his tail swaying, getting ready to enjoy the show. 1 hour later. Valerie said on the ground, panting as Naruto annihilated her in their spar. Who taught you Jackie Chan? She asked him as he was way better than her. That'd be interesting, but no, Naruto said as Shinigami had been teaching him since he was a child. Help me up, Valerie asked, feeling sore. Sure, Naruto said as he grabbed her hand and pulled her up. Geez, you should open your own dojo if you can fight like that, Valerie said, very impressed by his skills. Maybe, Naruto said, as that wouldn't be boring, at least willing to learn from me, he asked her, needing a way to kill time. Sure, a couple times a week sound good? Valerie asked her as she had school and other stuff to do during the week and her weekends were busy. Sure, sounds great, Naruto said to her. Hey, think you can teach this girl I know? Well, I really don't know her, but she could really use some help. Dannyphantom. She goes by Danny, Valerie said as Paulina messed with her a lot and the girl just took it. Sure, where can I meet her? Naruto asked her as she pointed to a building that looked high-tech. I think that's my street, he said as she laughed for a moment before realizing he was serious. Explains why the loft was so cheap. He said to no one in particular. Here's my number, he said, giving Valerie his digits. I'll definitely call him, Valerie thought, checking him out as he left. Man, he was rough, she thought, feeling like she had a bruise or two. Can't wait for the rematch, she said with a smirk fueled by anticipation. Few minutes later. Hello? Naruto said, seeing a group of people outside his loft. Are you Naruto Namikaze? We wanted to welcome you to the neighborhood. A woman in a blue jumpsuit said. She had mid-F cup melons, curvy body, and round ass. Danny, right? Naruto said, spotting the girl with long raven hair who had low D cup melons, curvy body, and round ass. Yeah. That's my mom, and this is my older sister Jazz. You're the new guy at school, heard you helped tuck her out, Danny said with a slight blush. Where's your parents? Jazz asked him. She had long red hair and high D cup melons and an athletic body and ass. Dead. I'm adopted and dad travels a lot, Naruto said before shaking his head, seeing Danny pet Kurama with ease. His fur is so soft, Danny said, petting him with tender care. She's stroking his ego, Naruto thought, as Kurama liked to be everything, apparently taking insults as compliments and compliments as compliments. He's so cute, Jazz said, joining in the petting. Girls, shouldn't you at least ask him for permission to touch his pet? Maddie asked them. It's fine. Where's the dad? Naruto asked them. Jack is in his lab, like he always is, also raiding the fridge, eating fudge or ham or some combination of both, Maddie said as she let out a sigh. You sound disappointed, Naruto said, noticing her tone. Well, we kinda wish Dad made time for us like he does in his lab, Danny said as she loved to spend time with her dad. Well, we should be heading out. Nice meeting you, Jazz said as they came just to be neighborly. Wait, Danny, Valerie told me you could use some self-defense training? Naruto asked her. Valerie? Danny said in surprise as the two never really interacted as much. Here's my number, should really get a card at this point, Naruto said as he was passing it a lot today. Thanks, Danny said before running to catch up to her sister and mom. He's cute, Maddie said with a sly grin. Mom, Danny said, blushing in embarrassment. What? Maddie said, shrugging. He doesn't look that much older than you, Danny, Jazz said as she and Danny were less than a year apart in age. Better get him while you can, boys that handsome don't stay single forever, Maddie said to her daughters. Mom, they both said in unison, blushing in embarrassment. Next day. That's Paulina? Naruto asked, seeing a sexy Latina verbally attack Danny. She had very high E-cup melons, curvy body, and thick ass. Yup, she's hot but really needs an attitude adjustment, Valerie said as she met up with him early. Right on both parts? Naruto said as her attitude shown with DANI was a bit of a turnoff. Now do you see why I needed you to help DANI? Girl has like zero confidence to stand up to anyone, Valerie said as DANI didn't have much confidence in herself. I'm not watching this shit anymore, Naruto said walking over. Oh hello, Polina said almost purring sensually seeing Naruto. Naruto shot Valerie an is she serious look and then had to focus as she was smoking hot. So, got a girlfriend yet? Foxy or Polina was saying till Naruto interrupted her. Sorry, you may be hot but that attitude of yours is a major turn-off, Naruto said walking away from her leaving many people baffled and frozen. You okay, DANI? He asked her curiously making her blush slightly. Yeah thanks, DANI said to him looking away from him. Thought about what I asked? Because it seems like you could use it. No offense but it seems like you have a confidence issue among other things, Naruto said as watching Polina verbally attack her was hard to watch. Yeah, my mom is a black belt too, but is that offer still standing? DANI asked him as her mother was intense when she trained as Naruto nodded making her smile. Year later. You can't tell me you're not curious, Sam said as they were in DANI's basement looking at a unworking hexagon-like portal. I don't know a dimension where the dead are seems like a bad place to go to, Naruto said as he respected nature and already knew where the portal went. Not sure how the old man will react to this, he thought knowing Shinigami said there was a balance to things. Yeah but you saw my dad's face, DANI said as she suited up wanting to be protected. Yeah well baby, I don't want you to get hurt because of some fault design your dad probably did, no offense, Naruto said removing Jack's face from the suit and went into a drawer and picked up a cool DP logo and put it on her chest. Cool, Sam said as she watched them both walk in. Ghost Zone. Nature sometimes has irregularities, Shinigami said as he knew nature wasn't something to challenge or stop, but knew there were exceptions and things sometimes challenged its laws. What will you do with their life force? Clockwork asked as he couldn't see Shinigami's future. Anything I want, Shinigami said as he knew what was going to happen, and since they were still alive he could do just about anything with the life force they collected. With DANI. As DANI walked into the portal with Naruto, she put her hand on the wall, accidentally touching an on button electrifying her and Naruto. Timeout, Clockwork said as he changed Naruto's clothing per request of Shinigami, standard Anbu gear and skull-like mask, he said as he used his powers and changed Naruto's clothing per Shinigami's desired looks. Be glad it only covers the mouth, kid, he said as Shinigami wanted Naruto to scare his enemies but knew this would also work and seem less terrifying. I swear even in a form like this, Shinigami said as he had to admit Naruto was impressive to the female perspective as he now had red hair like his mother and now had silver irises and black pupils. Is the skull mask really necessary? Clockwork asked him. It's for intimidation, old friend, and he needs it as you know what name he shall pick for himself, Shinigami said as he was proud of the name Naruto would pick. His name is scary enough, Clockwork said as names were power in the Ghost Zone. Also I did that thing you asked of me, he said to him. Thank you, old friend, Shinigami said knowing it'd be a long while before he'd see Naruto again. Be safe, child, he thought hoping the best for Naruto. Time in, Clockwork said as he teleported them away. Few moments later. Whoa, Sam said seeing DANI and Naruto. So this is what you sort of feel like, Shinigami, Naruto thought to himself as he knew what he and DANI were. Whoa, DANI said with a blush looking at Naruto. Whoa, yourself, Naruto said checking her out. Dude, check you out, Tucker said as they looked awesome. Naruto and DANI then suddenly had a ring appear at their midsection split into two and turn them normal. DANI's was silver like her new hair while Naruto's was red. That'll take some getting used to, Naruto said as he was glad Shinigami had told him the basics of ghost powers years ago. Few hours later. What's the red alert? Valerie asked as Naruto and DANI had called her to the loft. Well, something happened, Val, something we think we need to share with you, Danny said. What happened? Are you two okay? Valerie asked them concerned. Naruto held out his hand, which went invisible. Whoa, what happened? Valerie asked in both surprise and amazement. After a quick explanation, Valerie gave Danny a blank look. Who puts an on button inside a machine? Valerie asked, as that was a suicide attempt right there. My idiotic dad. I love him, but I swear. Danny said, as they were lucky. So think you're okay dating half-ghost teens? She asked her, as they were both dating Naruto. Hey, if I was okay dating the both of you before, I'm still okay now. Hey, you could be superheroes. Amity really needs heroes. Valerie said with a smile. If we do, would you care to help us? Because with that portal opening, I think things are going to start getting paranormal. Naruto said as the portal was open and random portals opened everywhere, more specifically the Bermuda Triangle. Sure, but how? I mean, I have martial arts skills, but how does that help against a ghost? Valerie asked, as everyone knew a ghost can touch you, but you can't touch a ghost. We'll find a way. I mean, Tucker's helping, Danny said as they shared a laugh. Well, if tech support's helping, I'm in, Valerie said with a smile. Next day. So you want to hunt ghosts? Jack said, looking away from the 5 teens. Does he do this a lot? Valerie asked, as she rarely came here and got nods from the others. Well, I hope you kids know what you're getting into. A ghost is not like you common person. Jack said, going on and on about the gear. When he's like this, how do you turn him off? Valerie asked them. Haven't figured that out, sadly, Sam said to Valerie. This tech is made properly, but the energy isn't sufficient, Naruto said as he caught the thermos and knew a good deal about the science, as Maddie was a good tutor. Been saying that for years. Danny said as she knew some things about tech thanks to her mother. Does he put fenton into everything he makes? Tucker asked, wondering if he was ever going to sell any of his stuff. Pretty much. Or his name. Danny said as she was sure her dad named a few things with his name. Geez, ego much? Sam said plainly. Naruto would have said something if the portal didn't open. Your dad isn't dumb enough to make it a two-way gate, right, able to be opened from the other side? He asked Danny. He's dumb. I'm still wondering how he and Mom got together sometimes. Danny said as her dad had some smarts but not a whole lot, but she's sure without her mom things would have been much worse. Naruto and Danny had a mist-like essence come out of them just as 2 octopus-like ghosts came out the portal. Jumping salami, ectopuses. Stand back, kids, I'll handle this, Jack said, trying to open his thermos only to be blasted and knocked out. Oh, you just made a big mistake, Danny said angrily as she and Naruto transformed and unleashed a beat down on them. Few minutes later. It can't be this easy, Naruto said as he, Tucker, and Danny lifted Jack up, put him at his workstation, and brought a plate of fudge. Fudge? Wait, what happened? Jack said in his sleep as he began to stir. Everyone quickly ran out, letting Jack sort it out on his own, as he usually did whenever something happened. No way did those ectopuses go down that easy, Jack said, wondering if that happened or was one of his many dreams about fighting ghosts. Ooh, fudge, he said, eating some of it. The others let out a sigh and then a chuckle at what they saw, then soon left for school. Lunch. Sam, just so you know, I respect your individuality and I may be an omnivore, but this is a little much, Naruto said as he looked at the piece of bread with grass on it. Is it? Sam asked, as even though she recommended salads and fruits, this was not what she had in mind. Who's the fucktard who thought of grass when you suggested vegetables to the principal? Danny asked, as even though she preferred meat, she ate salads and fruit every once in a while. I've only ever ate meat, but I was considering trying out the veggies, but I'm not eating like a cow, Tucker said as Naruto and Sam got him to try and eat some healthy stuff with his meat, like leaving the lettuce on his burgers. Probably Lancer. Seems like he kinda does everything around here, Naruto said as Lancer had been here for years, longer than most of the teachers, meaning he carried more weight in certain decisions and knew who to talk to. Where's the money they save go anyway? Sam asked curiously, as that was a reason many of the people she talked to agreed. Usually, the district monitors what happens with it. If money is taken out of classes or the budget, since we're doing Sam's thing, they probably don't notice, and the teachers are blowing it, Naruto said, as people rarely paid attention to the lunch budget. Man, is this school messed up or what? Tucker said, as it was sometimes unfair when school had policies like dress codes or no technology. Danny went to say something when a white mist left her mouth. "Oh no," she said as Naruto's ghost sense went off as well. The lunch ladies ran out of the kitchen screaming as the ghost they sensed came out of the kitchen. "A lunch lady?" Naruto asked, as that was the least scariest thing he can think of. "Excuse me, there seems to be a problem. The menu has changed," the lunch lady said. "You can thank Lancer for that. I suggested a vegetarian booth so we can enjoy veggies, but he made us have grass sandwiches," Sam said, pointing to the bald teacher in question with her thumb. "Then he shall meet his doom," the lunch lady said as she became psychotic and scary looking. "Okay, that's more like it. Seems like she goes from happy and nice to ragey and scary in a snap," Danny said, as fighting a woman who was sweet and innocent wasn't in her with her like this, no problems. "But still, fighting an old lady? I mean, is she wrong at being pissed at Lancer? I know I am," Tucker said as his meat sense was going into overdrive. "Is that meat?" Naruto asked, smelling some steak and ribs, and soon saw said meat fly by. Valerie jumped and grabbed a burger and began eating it, getting looks from the others. "What?" she asked. "Hey, who had a burger? We never get that good of food," Tucker asked, getting pissed. "Name one good food school has ever served," Naruto asked, as all the food was processed. "There was that pizza last week," Danny said, as it wasn't that bad by school standards. "What? Do they not give you children enough good food?" the lunch lady asked, becoming less enraged. "Nope," they told her, making her glare at Lancer and the teachers. "How dare you starve these innocent children," the lunch lady said as she summoned more food. "Preaching to the choir, sister," Tucker said, as he liked quality food. "Not that I don't like seeing Lancer and the teachers get what they deserve. Someone's going to get hurt unless we do something," Naruto said as he grabbed a steak while Tucker grabbed some ribs, Sam a salad, and Danny a large chicken piece. "Where's all this stuff coming from?" Tucker asked, wondering who made it and where it was from. "Guessing the teacher's lounge," Valerie said, catching a bib with a teacher's name on it. "You pitiful excuses for teachers gorge yourselves with the finest foods and leave slop for these children. Have you no heart?" the lunch lady said as she made her presence known to the others as the meat began flying towards her and she became a meat monster. "This might seem like a weird time to say this, but is it cool if we eat whatever she drops?" Tucker asked as he finished his ribs quickly. "Going ghost," Danny said as she and Naruto transformed. "A battle cry?" Naruto asked with a chuckle. "You got anything better?" Danny asked him, making him shrug. "Just saying, baby," Naruto said as he caught a kebab skewer that the lunch lady shot. "Geez, they really do eat better than we do," he said, taking a bite out of the kebab. "Less eating, more stopping her before she kills somebody," Sam said as the meat woman was attacking. "But how? Ectopuses are one thing, she's something else altogether," Danny said. Naruto merely aimed his hand and an orange beam came out. "Of course, we're ghosts. We can use ecto energy, duh," Danny said as her mom gave her lectures on her theories about ghosts, and when she tried, she fired it from her ass, hitting Tucker. "I still say we should tell your mother. Your dad not so much," Naruto said as he knew the bare essentials, but ghosts had power unique to them and sometimes only them. "Yeah, knowing dad, he'd do the usual dissect you molecule by molecule speech again if he was us," Danny said as she had reservations about telling her dad, though she has considering telling her mom and Jazz. "You poor dearies, look starving. Care for a cookie or some pie?" the lunch lady said, taking her mind off the fight momentarily. "Yes," Naruto said, wanting the cookie as it looked genuinely baked. "Ooh, peanut butter pie," Danny said, swiping that. "Guys," Sam said, wanting them to take it seriously. "This is good," Danny said as she stuffed herself with pie. "She's not wrong, this stuff is legit," Valerie said as Naruto gave her half his cookie and it tasted amazing. "These poor children should have more varieties with their food, not the poison you call food that you give them," the lunch lady said, going back to angry. "You're not helping anything by doing this, ma'am," Naruto said, wiping his hands of crumbs. "What?" the lunch lady asked him. "I mean, I understand these don't qualify as food, even veggies, Naruto said, grabbing a grass-covered bun. Exactly, see, you understand, the lunch lady said. But you're not helping anything. Can't you see the students are terrified of you? Naruto asked her, gesturing to the students hiding under the tables. I was just, the lunch lady was saying, seeing the looks of terror on their faces. It's great that you want to help, but it's the way you help that makes a difference, ma'am, Naruto said, making her calm down. The lunch lady looked around before turning to the teachers. Give these poor children better food or I'll be back, she said before disappearing, making all the meat she had dropped to the floor and tables. The students cheered as the teachers fainted as some of the students ate the meat. Who are you two? One of the students asked them. Dannyphantom, Danny said, making Naruto chuckle. Naruto Shinigami, Naruto said as the crowd of students cheered for them as they gave a bow before phasing through the cafeteria wall and went outside. We did it, our first real ghost, Danny cheered happily. I know, babe, Naruto said, chuckling, seeing her fly around in joy as he makes his mask vanish. Danny kept cheering before pulling him into a kiss before blushing in embarrassment. Sorry, I just got caught up in the moment, she said before he pulls her into a kiss as she puts her arms around his neck. Don't be afraid to do that more often, baby, Naruto said with a smile as they land and change back. Let me give it a try, Valerie said as she pulled Naruto into a kiss, then Danny. Careful, ladies, I know you wanted to take this slow, but do any more of that and I don't know, Naruto said jokingly. Oh, quiet you, Valerie said, playfully hitting his shoulder. Danny went red from the mere thought. Am I ever gonna get a girl? Tucker asked, to no one in particular. Sometimes, I think with his charm, he may get more girls, Sam said with a chuckle. Next day. Ghost, Jack was yelling as the TV was playing a rerun of some video a student took. Interesting, they appear more human than what we were led to believe, Maddie said as she examined them on the TV. How are you getting away with this? Naruto asked her as she had no way of hiding herself as all she did was have different colored eyes and hair. I have no clue, Danny said as she was amazed people in school didn't put two and two together. I must say, if ghosts have children, their parents must be proud of them stopping that attack. Guess ghosts aren't mindless monsters, Maddie said, giving them a glance in curiosity. She may have just figured it out, Naruto said as Maddie was smart enough to figure it out. It's mom I'm okay with, it's dad that I'm a little, about, Danny said as her dad had a certain view and set mind. It was rare that he changed his perspectives. Well, let's just enjoy him not knowing and study for science, Naruto said as they had a test coming up and Danny destroyed a lot of equipment in the 2 days of having powers as she was turning them on and off constantly and broke a lot of science equipment. Yeah, I need to bring my grade back up. Last time I looked it was at least a C, I want to do better, Danny said as she wanted to be an astronaut and she needed to be good at science. How goes the studying? Jazz asked them walking over. Good, they both said. Pretty cool, isn't it? Having two ghosts as superheroes. Guess mom's been right all along. Ghosts aren't mindless monsters, Jazz said, looking over the footage. The guy is pretty cute, like you. I mean, Jazz said as she began babbling. Smooth Jazz, Danny said as she laughed, as did Naruto. Jazz glared at Danny as she blushed and walked away. Everything okay with you two? Naruto asked as he glanced at Jazz and back at Danny. I swear it's like she's jealous of me or something. All she does is glare at me sometimes. It kinda hurts. I miss having my big sister to talk to, Danny said with a sigh, glancing at her sister going upstairs. Maddie just let out a sigh as she decided to let her daughters settle this between them. Few days later. Danny said plainly, seeing her paper. Why not do the extra credit assignment? Sam said as she showed her a news article. Yeah, sure, what is it? Danny said, seeing an albino gorilla with a purple back. You okay, Danny? You've been kinda crazy about your grades lately. If this is about Jazz, Naruto said before he got interrupted. It's not about her, I just want to make good grades. Okay, Danny said as they began training to be better with their powers. Okay, geez, babe, don't bite my head off, Naruto said, trying to diffuse the tension. Sorry, it's just that I miss hanging out with my big sister, Ever since we started dating, she's been giving me the cold shoulder, and it hurts. Danny said as she and her sister may not have been close, but they at least had each other's backs. Geez, want me to talk to her for you? Naruto asked as he had an okay relationship with Jazz. Can you? I want my sister back, Danny asked him. Okay, but ultimately this is between you two, so maybe you should talk to her, Naruto said as conflict between two people rarely got better when someone else got involved. Okay, then I'll talk to her, I just want things to get better like they used to be, Danny said sadly as she missed spending time with her sister. There's an old saying, things have to get worse before they get better, Naruto said as he knew issues stemmed from something deeper. You don't think she's angry at me because we're dating, right? Danny asked him. Naruto thought about it for a moment. Nah, but all I know is that you need to talk to her before it's too late, he said to her, going to get them some drinks. I swear he's dense, Sam said as she was there to offer support. Why don't you just have him date us all? Sam asked her as she had a crush on Naruto since he helped her a lot with certain Go Green projects. You want me to have a harem of girls with Naruto? Danny asked her. Why not? I'm sure there's going to be more girls, but we get the say-so of who joins and who doesn't, Sam said to her. Wait, why are you suggesting this? Danny asked her. Maybe I shouldn't tell Valerie about this. She thought knowing Valerie was territorial. I like to go against norms and I admit I like Naruto, Sam said as she knew Danny had zero clue. I'll think about it. This'll stay between us for now, Danny said as she had to admit she was bisexual. Okay, I'm back. I could only find blue Gatorades. What'd I miss? Naruto asked them as he got them drinks. Oh, nothing, Danny said, sending Sam a knowing wink. Something in your eye? Naruto asked her, making her smile and roll her eyes. I swear that body the women thought as Naruto was smart and seg, but was blind to women to advance. Few hours later. You ever gonna tell them? Naruto asked Sam as they were the last ones standing as their three other friends were unconscious. About being rich, cause I highly doubt a zoo would let 5 teens stay here for hours. How'd you find out? Sam asked him curiously. Met your Nana, said she recognized me from a picture you had, Naruto said as it was a chance encounter at the store. She's nice, he said as the old woman. Thanks, Sam said as her Nana was amazing in every way possible. Hello, ghost child, a man with a mechanical suit said, appearing before them. I am Skulker, or as you'll soon know me as your death, he said with an evil grin. That's what they all say, Flamehead, Naruto said, transforming. Name's Naruto Shinigami, wrecker of your shit, he said with a challenging look. Please, like I'd be beaten so easily. I'm the Ghost Zone's greatest hunter, Skulker said, then realized something. You must be brave or stupid to use the name of a god child, he said to him. He's like my adopted dad, and he trained me, Naruto said, shocking Skulker. Then that makes you the most worthy of praise, Skulker said, eyeing him. A trained being of a god he thought, as gods were impossible to kill, but their champions were another story. Yeah right, Robobody, I know that's a suit you're wearing, so leave before I wreck it, Naruto said, knowing no ghost, even techno-based ones, were purely mechanical or made of metal. Skulker glared as ghosts rarely knew that. What now, Firehead? Naruto asked as Skulker aimed a blaster. Oh please, he said before blasting it as he charged it, causing it to explode. How are they still asleep? Sam asked as her friends didn't even stir. Tickle Danny in a certain spot. She always wakes up when I poke her there, Naruto said as Danny sometimes slept in as she was up late looking at the stars. Come ghost child, let's dance, Skulker said as he had missiles and blasters reveal themselves from his body. Does Marvel know you're ripping off Iron Man? Naruto asked with a chuckle. Who? Skulker said, not up to date on anything. And they say I'm the idiot, Naruto said, shaking his head, blasting Skulker outside. I need better equipment for this, but I won't leave empty-handed, Skulker said, flying inside. Better equipment? Sorry dude, you'll need to go to a doctor for that, Naruto said, making Sam clutch her sides in laughter. Skulker growled at the obvious jab at his masculinity until he saw a handheld device on the table and integrated it into his armor. Not good, Naruto said as ghost technology was able to interface with anything. Tucker has everything on that thing, he thought in worry. Until next time, child, Skulker said as he went intangible and left. Yeah, F you too, Naruto said, changing back and looked back to the gorilla who was banging on its cage the moment Skulker showed up. Guess that animal thing is true, he said as animals were believed to be more in tune with their environment. I needed that nap. What I miss? Danny asked as she woke up stretching. Nothing much, beautiful, just a ghost hunter wanting to hunt us, Naruto said. Cool, Valerie said as she kinda liked hunter shows and activities. Is this from his blaster? Tucker asked, looking at the destroyed pieces of the blaster Naruto destroyed. Ghost tech is amazing, he said, impressed by the circuitry. Synthetic ecto energy? Danny said, looking at the tech as well as it looked like something her parents made. His body was fake. It wouldn't surprise me if he was smaller in there, and a smaller ghost usually means much less ecto energy, Naruto said, as that was usually the case. That's kinda cool, Tucker said, as a technology-based ghost sounded like his dream power. Hey, a dude, he hacked and stole your PDA, Naruto said to him. What? Tucker shouted, shocked. Wonder why he always scratches his ass, Danny asked curiously as he did it when people were around. She was beginning to think it was a sign of friendship. It's a girl, actually, Naruto said as he could easily tell. What? Danny said in surprise. Cool if I use that for my report? She asked, and when he nodded she kissed him. I think we just save your grade and your assignment, Valerie said to her with a smirk. Next day. I can't believe you're on the cover of a magazine, Naruto said with a chuckle as Jazz had a reporter come in when Danny was telling her parents about the discovery and she made it on Genius magazine. Think this'll help my chances into NASA? Danny asked him. I can definitely assure it, Sam said as even she read this magazine from time to time and it held a lot of weight in certain communities, but not sure what area since it is animal science. She said not sure if that would give her that many opportunities. When do you think we'll find Skulker? Doesn't he still have Tucker's PDA? Valerie asked as Tucker basically kept a diary on that thing of what he does with them. Got it covered, lucky enough for us, we can still track it, Naruto said as he asked Tucker to install an app that acted as a radar whenever the other PDA was close. It only got about a mile, but that was better than nothing. Hey loser, saw your picture on Loser magazine, Paulina said walking in. You know what, Paulina? Why don't you just F off and leave me alone? Danny said, standing up to her. Naruto and Valerie smiled at her as they have been trying to encourage her to stand up for herself for a long time. Oh, so the losers developed a backbone? Paulina said, not even fazed. Oh, I've developed more than a backbone. I'm sick and tired of pompous people like you thinking you can walk all over people just because you have money. Well, if you have all that money, then why haven't you bought yourself a decent personality yet? Danny said, smirking as many people were watching. Ooh, was what everyone said. You're just jealous that I'm hotter than you, Paulina said. Yeah, you may be hot, but guys wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole when they find out you're just some stuck-up beach probably filled with STDs, Danny said as many people covered their mouths. Ooh damn, was what many people said. Why you, Paulina was trying to say. Why don't you find a guy like in all the catalogs you read, as those are the only kind of guys you'll ever get? Danny said as Sam high-fived her. Paulina began stuttering before huffing and leaving as everyone cheered for Danny. That was so hot, Naruto said, pulling her into a hot, passionate make-out session. Took the words right out of my mouth, Valerie said as she was strongly attracted to her right now as Paulina finally got called out. What? Wanna make out with me too? What's stopping you? Danny asked her as she at this moment didn't care as they had their relationship on the down low, not wanting to get attention. Okay, simmer down, tiger, Naruto said with a chuckle. Guys, I just got a ping back from my PDA, Tucker said as the app he was using showed his PDA was close. Time to make the hunter, the hunted, Naruto said with a smirk. Few minutes later. Where are you ghost children? Come out and play, Skulker said as he was at the zoo and was surprised when he was attacked from behind, sent into the gorilla exhibit. What? Didn't see that coming? Greatest hunter in the ghost zone? Danny said mockingly. Oh, it's you, Where's the male? He's a much worthy prize than you, girl. Skulker said, as even though she and him were both one of a kind, Naruto interacted with an actual god, making him the most valuable. Right here, and that's no way to speak to a lady, especially one with ghost powers. Naruto said with a smirk as Danny blasted Skulker. I see you've been practicing, he asked her as he told her to channel energy into her hands. Brats, I am Skulker, I am. Shutting up. Naruto said, breaching his armor, ripping out circuits and wire, causing the suit to begin going haywire. Let's see here, he said as he knocked Skulker's head back like a Pez dispenser. Do you know how hard it is to make a suit? A small humanoid blob the size of their pinkies. Awa, he's so cute, Danny said, picking him up. This is Skulker? She asked in surprise. Yeah, hand him over. Naruto said as he took out his phone and got Skulker and his suit up. Get in here, he said to the others as they took a team photo. You think this is over? Skulker said in anger. Yeah, buddy, good luck getting a girl now, Naruto said, taking out the Fenton thermos. Thought that didn't work? Danny asked as all it did was spark the moment it turned on. Fixed it, Naruto said as he fixed it in his spare time. What do you mean good luck getting a girl now? What you do? Skulker asked him, glaring at him. Just hard to get a girl when you look like that, Naruto said as even though looks weren't everything, this was something else. You uploaded that to the ghost net? Skulker said in shock. Ghosts have the internet? They all asked curiously. Never mind, later, Naruto said, activating the thermos. I'll be back to hunt you, Skulker said as he was sucked inside the thermos. Yeah, heard it 1,000 times. Tiny, what do we do with his suit? Tucker asked, knowing they couldn't abandon it. I have a few ideas, Naruto said, having a plan in motion. Later that day at Naruto's house. Man, this thing is cutting edge, Danny said as she and Naruto worked on the suit covered in oil and grease. Well, maybe we can upgrade the tech we get from your parents. They make dozens of spares, Naruto said as they were examining the suit as it had close range to long-range weapons. Wouldn't we have to tell them? Or at least one of them? Danny asked him. Nope, your mom will assume Jack has it or broke it, Naruto said as the man hoarded his scrap. True, Danny said as she downloaded the schematics in a 3D display. And now let's see if this actual ecto energy works, Naruto said as they built a siphon to take and store some of their ectoplasm for medical and science purposes, as it was theirs and they might need it in case of emergency. Valerie looked at the suit in mass curiosity as it seemed kinda cool just as the siphon was turned on and the suit glowed a bright green. Shit, 200%, Danny said as the synthetic ecto energy seemed only as half as strong as real ecto energy. Wow, and it keeps going. And going, Naruto said as the energy slowly climbed up more and more. You guys, is this thing supposed to be glowing like that? Valerie asked them as the glow got brighter. Oh, the siphon is reaching its limit, it's gonna overload, Danny said, not liking that. Valerie, get away from it, Naruto said, but was too late as the siphon exploded. Few minutes later. Valerie said, feeling unhurt but a little disoriented as her vision cleared. She saw tech from the suit glow green and went into her skin. Val, you okay? Danny asked her as she helped Valerie up. Yeah, whoa, Valerie said as a red blade shot out her arm. This might be a new one, Naruto said as he got some scanners. 1 hour later. So I have Skulker's tech? Is that why I look like Colossus? Valerie asked in amazement as she was covered in metal but her face. Yeah, turns out our ecto energy overloaded the system, and when you were hit you took in the weapons, Naruto said as her body retrofitted Skulker's armor. Valerie, we are so sorry this has happened to you, Danny said as they didn't mean for this to happen. Why, this is awesome, Valerie said as a visor popped up around her eyes. Nice, she said in amazement. Be careful of what you take in, all right, Naruto said, not wanting to figure out if she could be affected by malware. Enter the Huntress, Danny said, giving her a name. Awesome, Valerie said as a set of wings popped out her back. Oh boy, let's figure out a way so you don't accidentally armor up at school or home, Naruto said as he believed the suit was voice activated. Tucker is gonna flip when he finds out. Valerie said as she retracted her wings and became normal. Good, now we know you can change back, Naruto said, worried he'd have to rip it out of her. Well, it's getting late, I should head back home, Danny said. Me too, later babe, Valerie said as she and Danny kissed his cheeks. I love my life, Naruto said with a smile, making them laugh. Danny, be sure to talk to Jazz like we talked about, he said. I will, Danny said as they left. 1 week later. He can't be serious? Naruto asked Danny as she stared at the spiraling green portal holding a fishing rod. Oh, he's serious all right, Danny said as once her dad put something in his mind for this stuff it didn't end. What the hell? Naruto asked as the line was being pulled. Feels like a big one, bigger than ectopus. Ooh, even bigger than a ectoshark, Danny said as it felt like a truck was pulling the line. Oh shit, Naruto said, seeing a giant baby blue dragon come through the portal. Remind me if we survive to kill your dad, he said to Danny. Get in line. All right, she dragon, go home, Danny said as they went ghost. You're right, it is a she, a rather nice looking she compared to the other crap that comes out of that portal, Naruto said honestly, as at least the thing wasn't hideous as it was majestic compared to the ugly stuff that came through. True, Danny said. I want to go to the ball, the dragon said. Okay, so early times like Merlin early, Naruto said as ghosts to him seemed to come from certain time periods. Go back in, damn it, you came out easy enough, Danny said, trying to make the dragon go back in the portal. I want to go to the ball, the dragon said to them. It's kinda weird that we have a dance in a couple days, and it's based on a ball, Naruto said, as it was kinda strange with the time period wise. Still pissed I lost the coin toss, Danny said as Naruto was picking up Valerie while she rode with Sam. Oh come on Yao, hey, trying to talk here beach dragon, Naruto said, giving the dragon a uppercut and blasted it in the stomach, and as it hit the ground the gold necklace with a green lizard eye gem went flying. Danny said as the dragon began glowing, slowly transforming into a woman with blonde hair in a braid wearing a baby blue old-fashioned dress. Sometimes I swear being bisexual is a curse. She's attractive, she thought, looking at the ghost lady. She had high C-cups, curvy body, and a large round ass. I just wanted to go to the ball, the woman said. Ball? What ball, ma'am? Why couldn't you go? Naruto asked her. Apologies, I am Princess Dora, Dora said, introducing herself, taking a bow. My brother won't allow me to go to the ball, she said sadly. Dipshit brothers, no doubt he rules where you're from, right? Naruto said, as the time period where kings ruled in castles was a time women had hard times. Yes, my brother Aragon rules the kingdom, Dora said. If you want you could stay with us for a while, get away from this jackass, Naruto said, offering to her, as the junior dance was open to anyone as long as they were invited by a student. I don't want to be a bother. If I am gone too long my brother may come looking for me, Dora said, as her brother may send sentries to retrieve her. Ooh, Danny said, checking out the golden necklace in a hypnotic trance. Danny, Naruto called to her, causing her to drop the necklace in her book bag. Is there a ball here I could attend? Dora asked curiously and hopefully. It's a dance, and with this new trick I learned it can work, Naruto said as he began glowing. Before a second Naruto stood beside him, and then a third, and a fourth, and a fifth. Damn, Danny said, so many thoughts run through her head. Who is this girl? Is she one of your concubines? Dora asked him. Yes, no, Danny and Naruto said, looking at one another. I have two lovers, neither is more important the other, Naruto said, making Danny smile at him. I rather like this place compared to back home. Their women barely are heard. My brother just keeps me in my tower most of the time, Dora said sadly. Is she Rapunzel? Naruto asked Danny, as that sounded like the Rapunzel story. I'm not entirely sure, she sounds like a combination of fairy tales to be honest, Danny said as she watched a lot of princess movies with Jazz. Hey Dora, I hate to ask this, but anyway you can hide the green skin, not too many people friendly of ghosts, Naruto asked, as ghosts were still new to the world and green skin wasn't easy to hide. Oh yes, one moment, Dora said, taking out a ring with a small green orb she transformed into a necklace which soon made her look human. The sensors aren't picking up anything, Danny said, as the lab had sensors in them, and it was like Dora was human. Maybe magic ectoplasm can do just about anything, Naruto said, as it was like chakra. Will this do? Dora asked them. Oh honey, it'll do great. Danny said, checking her out still. Oh shit, I still need a dress, she said as she was supposed to go to the mall. Oh, may I accompany you? Dora said, never actually having a female friend to talk about dresses and the like. Girl, you can hang with us as long as you want. Sounds like you could use some time away from your brother, Danny said as she wanted to befriend the dragon and also thought she had great taste since her dress was beautiful and elegant. And because you want her to help you pick out a dress, Naruto said as he knew Danny had more of an urban taste. That too, Danny said, willing to admit she was a tomboy. Hour later. I can't come. Why? Naruto asked as they dragged him to the mall. Was gonna use you as a pack mule, but I decided I wanted to surprise you, Danny said with an innocent smile. I swear the mall exists only for women to torture men, Naruto said, seeing them walk away. With what? Dora asked him curiously. Oh sweetie, let me show you, Danny said, bringing her into one of the many stores they will visit. If there is one thing I know, it is dresses. Let's find one for you that's going to knock the pants off of him, Dora said as she was trying to adjust her speech. It's not just him I'm dressing to impress, Danny said as she wanted to impress Sam as well since Valerie won the first dance. Oh, who else are you dancing with? Dora asked her. Do they not have bisexuality where you're from? Danny asked her, getting a confused look from her. Dark times indeed, she said to her. What is bisexuality? Dora asked her, wondering what it meant. When you're into both girls and guys, Danny said as she desired Naruto more than women, but she did appreciate fellow feminine beauty. Oh, we most certainly do not have that back home, Dora said, blushing from the thought. Like I said, dark times, Danny said as that sucked. Is it something everyone can do? Dora asked, not used to such freedom. Yes, and as much as I hate to say this, there are assholes who question it and show they don't approve, Danny said as she knew there were people who didn't like homosexuality. That sounds like my brother. He never let me do anything. He is such a cruel man, Dora said with a sad sigh. Then rebel, don't give a shit, I don't, Danny said simply. It's not so simple, he can morph into the black dragon, Dora said, letting out a depressed sigh. And you can transform into a blue dragon, Danny said simply as she was sure Dora was strong. It's not us at all, it's our family's necklaces that make the transformation possible, Dora said as she forgot she didn't have her necklace on. So if you have the same thing, it means you're both just as strong. All you need to do is have faith, Danny said as Naruto believed in her full. I wish I was more like you, Danielle, but courage does not come to me as easily as it does you. But perhaps my time here will change that. I wish for change, but my brother forcibly keeps the kingdom in medieval times, Dora said as her brother had halted time in their part of the ghost zone. Don't worry, I have faith in you. So does Naruto, Danny said to her with a smile. Thank you, Dora said as it was nice to be around such positivity when she was normally surrounded by darkness. Now hold still while I do your hair. Naruto will have quite the reaction when I'm through with you, she said as braiding hair or tying it was one of the few pastimes she had. So alright folks, that's all for today. Stay tuned for part 2. Do subscribe, like and share for more such videos. Also check out the story and authors pyrohelixdrago, KFB, Anime 87 and Spike Tanked Master 300 on fanfiction.net. Press the bell icon to be notified first on release. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.